Yo, what's up, everybody? We are live right now. Let me just turn this volume up here. What's up? We are live here on the H&H podcast. Let's get Hamza here. Hopefully he joins right now. And then we can start answering some football questions, some sports questions. I'm trying to get him to join. There you go.
Oh,
What's up? What's up?
what's up?
What's up? What's up? You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can't hear you good.
Perfect. What's up, Will Kennifer? How's it going, man? All right, Hamza, yo, we're back. No podcast this week, guys. Hamza's been pretty busy with exams, so no podcast this week. So we decided to go onto Instagram Live and answer some questions for you guys. Some football questions. Obviously, an exciting week of football coming up here. Sports, about anything. You guys can
Hurts is
legit ask
indeed.
me. Hurts is bad. Yeah,
Jalen
that
Hurts
was
is.
a great game for the Chargers and Dallas Cowboy fans. Having the Eagles lose that game was massive, and Jalen Hurts looks like he finally showed his true colors. Um, Hamza, how you doing, man? How was your week?
Busy, bro. Busy. Everything else has been good. And just it's been busy exams and stuff like that. I wish we can go to Dallas for the playoffs. I wish.
Who said that, Abid? Yeah, that would be unbelievable if we can go to Dallas for the playoffs. Hopefully they make it.
But yeah, it's been a crazy week.
This guy Curtis, can we ban him from this chat, Hamza? There has to be like a ban button. We don't. Jacob Fowler, NHL debut tonight. You guys excited? Montreal Canadiens have taken a tumble. So have the Senators. Um, yeah, Jacob Fowler's nice, but like this guy's just asking Habs questions every time we go live.
What else can we talk about?
So let's get it. Here we go.
Uh,
Let's head into this week of football, man. There's obviously an exciting week of football here. I'm just putting up the schedule on my computer here. What games, Hamza, would you say you're the most excited for heading into this Sunday?
aside from Dallas,
Yeah, well, we'll talk about Dallas a little bit later. But aside from Dallas, who are you most excited to watch?
there's a couple. Uh, Hold on, I'm just pulling up the schedule just so I just remember that.
So this week we have okay. Why don't we talk about this though? This is the biggest news out of the week. Philip Rivers, Hamza, coming out of retirement, 44 years old, joining the Indianapolis Colts. They are saying that he could potentially be playing Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks. What do you think about that?
Um. At first, I didn't realize how injured the entire quarterback room was. I'm like, okay, when Riley Leonard first went in, I'm like, bro, where the hell is Anthony Richardson? I didn't realize that he was hurt. Um, Bringing in Philip Rivers, I mean, this guy looks really out of shape. I think the biggest I've seen Philip Rivers ever. Uh, Rivers can still bring this team to a nice little playoff run. Like, that'd be kind of crazy. He came
Yeah,
off the couch, 44 years old. Like,
Bill.
it'd be similar to what Flacco did with the Browns a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think people are hating on the fact that he can't move and he's not the biggest guy, but if people remember Philip Rivers, he was never able to move. He was never the fastest guy. He was all about his unique throwing release and throwing motion, excuse me. So obviously, the one thing that's tough is it's been 5 years since he's played NFL level football. He's not joining the XFL or some other league. This is the NFL. So that might take a little bit of time for him to adjust to the speed of the game, but he knows the offense. He was never able to run. If he can just get in there and give the ball to Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren, I hope for fantasy football for myself and Jonathan Taylor, I don't think it's that bad of an idea. And maybe they go on a run here. I think it's gonna be interesting though.
Yeah. Like you
Rivers'
mentioned
oldest
before,
child is older than Leonard from Bill Paisley. That is crazy. Is that true? That is insane if that is true.
but talking about the games this weekend, uh, if you remember my bold pick in week 3 or 4, I said the Patriots were going to come over top over the Bills. They play again. This is a huge game for the AFC West, AFC East. Basically, whoever wins this game is most likely going to clinch the division, and I think the Pats are going to win this. Are going to win this game.
Okay,
So
I prefer.
don't worry about him. He's a Cardinals fan. Don't worry about him.
Is it a bad thing? I might be a Ravens fan.
Can his level of playing translate to how the NFL is today?
You
I'll be
answer
honest.
Ravens
The,
question.
the,
I'll
the
answer.
NFL isn't much different now than it was during the COVID year. So, I mean, I think it could. I just think him being on the couch for 4 years. And, I mean, this he has like this week and maybe I don't think he's gonna start this week, but maybe the week after. Like, I think he could. I mean, dude, Philip Rivers when he was in his prime and he was playing, like he was a consensus top 10 quarterback pretty much every year. So I think Philip Rivers can not saying repeat what he did before, but if he can just be mediocre, I think with the Colts defense, even though they're kind of crumbling a little bit, obviously when you have Jonathan Taylor, uh, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren, all these guys, I think I think
Yeah.
there's a shot.
I'll ask a good question. Guys, is it bad that I might be a Ravens fan? Considering that we are family, yes, it is bad. But Ravens are a good team, so I don't really blame you that much. They're starting to come back. Lamar Jackson, they're looking like a real threat right now. Except Lamar Jackson's injuries the last couple of weeks have been a question, I think. I don't know if he's going to be. He hasn't looked like his usual self, Hamza, in my opinion. He hasn't
No, he
been
has
running
not.
the
He
same
definitely
way,
did.
and that's been an interesting. But I agree with your Philip Rivers take. I think this Philip Rivers thing can actually be kind of interesting for them. I think the biggest thing that people don't remember or kind of are not taking into consideration is that Philip Rivers knows this offense more than any other quarterback who was available. And he like comes and said that last year he played, they lost in the wild card game to the Buffalo Bills. So again, it's been 4 or 5 years since he's played in the NFL, so that will be interesting. But it's gonna be exciting to see him play again, I think. Do you guys think your playoff run is now live since the Eagles lost to the Chargers? Okay, let me, because all you Cowboy fans, I know everyone in this chat is a Cowboys fan right now.
Always
Let me
hater.
let me lay it down for you guys really quick. Very simple for the Dallas Cowboys to make the playoffs. Two things have to happen. Number one, and most importantly, the Dallas Cowboys have to win out. If they don't win out, you can pack it this year and move on to the next year and get ready to draft Caleb Downs in the first round of the NFL draft. However, if the Dallas Cowboys win out, so they win the remaining 4 games, which is the Vikings, Chargers, both at home, the Washington Commanders, and the New York Giants, the Dallas Cowboys will then need the Philadelphia Eagles to lose 2 of their next 4 games. The Philadelphia Eagles play the Raiders this Sunday, followed by I don't know who I think it's the Bills, and then
Bills and then Commanders and then they
Commanders and
play
Giants.
Commanders, Giants, Commander. No, they
Yeah,
already no. They already played the Giants twice.
it's Bills. Sorry, it's Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders.
They play. Bro, I don't care about the goddamn baseball
So
season. Talking about.
the Eagles have to lose 2 of their next 4 games, which I think is very possible because the Eagles are looking like real frauds right now. And on top of that, Jalen Hurts is showing his true colors.
Yeah, they,
And
they they play the Raiders, they play Commanders, the Bills, and then Commanders again.
yeah, so it's very possible for the Dallas Cowboys to get this thing done. Dallas is not a playoff team. Harris, are you in fantasy football playoffs right now, Harris? Is this like
This is
talk
this
to
is the
me?
first time I've heard him all year.
Harris is not even in the family fantasy football league playoffs, and he's talking about Dallas not being a playoff team. So
Jack,
yeah, it will be tough for the
is
Commanders.
that even a serious question?
It will be tough for the Eagles to lose, but I think it's possible. And also, if the Eagles somehow win their games, the Chicago Bears have to lose 3 of their next 4 games. And Hamza, they play. Who do they play? They play the Packers, the Lions, the Niners and the Browns. Not in that
Yo,
order,
Hart,
but
why don't you make trades with everyone else? You only make trades with Bilal, and you give him like your best players.
that's
Trade,
the
trade,
first time in my life I've seen
yeah,
Hart
you should
talk.
trade with me. I offered you a good trade early in the season. This guy wanted to trade. Well, what was the trade he gave to Bilal that almost got accepted?
I don't even know. Yo, Matt.
Hamza, how do you feel
Oh
about
my
getting
boy,
destroyed
Matt.
in week 14 of fantasy? Yo, Sachin, how do you feel that you're not making fantasy playoffs this year? How do you feel that I clinched second seed?
Oh my goodness. Yo, my boy Matt's in this chat. That's amazing. I haven't heard from them. Matt, how you been, man? It's been a long time. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm back. So I'm taking an L, liking the Ravens. Yeah, a little bit, because we're Cowboy fans in this family. So, bro, you guys trying to scare me too. Bro,
Oh,
always trying to
I'm
pay
trying
me.
to pay me.
You guys, that's actually insane, below. Okay, Hamza. So, what games are you excited? We talked about Phil Rivers, his return in the NFL. Who else are you excited to watch this week?
Lions versus the Rams.
Yeah, that's a massive game, Hamza.
Always a good game.
I'm looking at that right now. That's a massive game. Matthew Stafford versus Jared Goff.
Also, Packers versus Broncos. That's a good one too. Man, all the 425 game except for the Titans and Panthers and Saints and whatever. Dude, the Lions and Rams, and then the Packers and Broncos, and then the Colts and Seahawks,
Yes,
and then Dallas
those
plays
are some
Sunday
great
night.
games. I really like that Detroit Lions and LA Rams game. Man, the next couple weeks of NFL football is going to be super interesting for playoff implications, for seeding, for all of that. Um, I'm looking forward to, yeah, all those games you mentioned, and obviously the Dallas Cowboys against the Minnesota Vikings, which we can talk about at the end of our um, live here, Hamza. I'm trying to look up here.
What about this week's matchups of Hamza versus his exam? Hey, listen, bro. I already did. I already did one of my exams earlier. I think I did really well, and I got another one next week. And bro, everything's gonna be calm.
Hamza versus exams is a great question. That was exciting news.
Um, yo, you want to talk about the Heisman finalists, the top four?
Yeah, you give me your top four.
It was Fernando Mendoza,
Most
Diego.
people. Smitty's asking what's for dinner tonight. I think it's leftover, leftover lasagna, Smitty, and potential a play shawarma palace tonight. Potentially has to be. We have to talk about that as a family, but potential shawarma palace.
But anyways, yeah, the top four candidates were Fernando Mendoza, Diego Pavia, Jeremiah Love, and oh, who was the fourth? Why am I missing the fourth?
Do you see this? This is what champions are made of.
All right, bro. And Julian Sane. That was a four. Honestly, very very lackluster Heisman candidates this year. Um, you know, I think statistically, if you look at everything, I think Diego Pavia has had the best season statistically. He could definitely win it. Jeremiah Love is going off, but if you want to give Jeremiah Love the Heisman, then why didn't you give Ashton Genty the Heisman last year? Fernando Mendoza leads college football in most touchdowns thrown, but his yards per game are not really the greatest. And Julian Sand, like again, when he played against a big team and played against a good team, he didn't show up. So again, honestly, I don't know. I think the two main candidates are Mendoza and Pavia, but other than that, like I don't know, man.
I think it has to be Fernando Mendoza, Hamza.
Think
I
so?
don't know how it's not. Big Ten champion, went into Ohio State, got that win.
I
He's
know
been
it's
with. Sorry, say again?
no, someone said I know it's so early, but who do you guys have for the Super Bowl? I feel like it's just unanimously the Chiefs or the Eagles for the first time in forever. I'm just wondering.
Super Bowl, man. This year has been so weird that every week is it's a new team every week. I think whoever gets hot in the last 2 weeks, the regular season, are going to start to turn up in the playoffs. I'm looking in the AFC. I'm looking at teams like, um, sorry, I have it right here. Yeah, like New England, I think is a legit threat. I don't think people are giving New England enough credit, despite the record. They have a great defense. Excuse me, Drake May's been playing really well. Denver, like if Denver can get hot, I know they've had fraudulent wins, but honestly, any team that can get hot towards the end of the season could make a run in the playoffs. Dallas is in that conversation, Hamza. No. Seattle. I think Seattle
Yeah,
Seahawks are a bigger
Seattle.
team.
Seattle's looking
Like, there's
dangerous.
so many teams. Yeah, Rams and Seahawks. I agree, Smitty. Seahawks, Rams. These are all teams. Every week, it can honestly depend. I don't think. I think the Eagles are actually. I think the fall off of the Eagles is legit. I think the Dallas Cowboys have broken the Eagles organization after that 21 to comeback victory a couple weeks ago. So I don't see them being a threat. But in the NFC, they also look at Green Bay. Green Bay is pretty hot right now. They're playing really well. Atlanta Falcons. I thought they're in the CF. No, okay, never mind.
Bro,
Uh,
no, bro, they just got eliminated like the other day. Playoffs.
big game tonight though.
Bucks.
Falcons and Bucks. Yo, yeah, guys in the chat who do fantasy football, are you guys in playoffs? Or what's your guys' situation looking like right now?
Not David. He got last. He
Oh,
just
David
faced a
got
bunch
last.
of them. Yo,
Hey,
let me ask.
listen, hold on, Hamza. Okay, you go, you go, you
I'm
go.
saying, let me ask you a question.
Yo,
Would you in your league rank the last place based off how they finished at the end of the year, or with the poop bracket?
oh, that's a good question. I think the
Because it
poop
was actually
bracket.
funny because David, who's here, he's the one that said that yo, if you come last place, you're last place, and
Yeah, I
he's
feel.
last place. But then other people are saying yo, we should do the poop bracket as
Last
last
place.
place.
I think how the punishments usually go is the poop bracket like that. Okay, so for people who are not aware what we're talking about in fantasy football, there's like a champions bracket and there's like a trash bracket. So Hamza's asking, how do you classify a last place team after the regular season or after the trash bracket? How I've always done it is after the trash bracket. That's how I've always done it. But
Bro, I said in the beginning of the year, if you're last place, then you're last place. I don't think the poop bracket because people just give up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I
that
just
was
say
true.
if you're last, you're last. So David Oje, you are officially the loser of fantasy football 2025. Tough one still.
David's last. I see Dylan's in the chat. You want to talk about Tyler Show, Hamza? Tyler
Uh,
Shug?
Tyler Shock. He's actually been playing pretty good. It's unfortunate he's just like 5 years older than you. And he's a rookie.
Okay. So Tyler Shug, he's 32nd in the NFL in yards, 1,000. Oh, there's audio playing it. My bad. He has 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's a QBR of 43.5. Not the greatest from the kid, but they drafted him for a reason in the second round. Maybe they build around him. I don't know. I think there's a great quarterback draft class coming up, and the the Saints are gonna have a good draft pick. So maybe the Saints go out there and grab a Sayin or grab a trade up and grab someone.
I
Lenore
personally
Sellers.
think I personally think that uh, the Saints could pass up on a quarterback this year because they also need a lot of defensive help. Like their edge rushers are horrible. Also, next year though, the next year's draft class is also stacked. You'll have Sane, you'll have DJ Langway, Marcel Reed. You'll have who else? Who else would probably be in there? Probably
They
Drew
also,
Aller. I
they
don't think he's
also
even
they're
declared
gonna
this
need a
year.
receiver in the year later because Chris Olave looks like
Or
he might
dude,
be
they can
done.
get a receiver this year. They can maybe get like Cardinal Tate or something, or Jordan Tyson, which would be crazy.
Yeah,
I
the
think you give
Saints.
Shuck another. I think you give Tyler Shuck a full year just to see what he could do. It'd be like the Will Levis thing. Remember when Will Levis had a good like second half when he didn't play as
Yeah,
a
I agree
rookie,
with that. That's a
and
that's a
then
good H&H podcast statement there, Hamza. Well done.
if he has a horrible year, then next year you draft Cam Ward or in that case maybe Marcel Reed.
That's fair, 100%. That's fair, 100%.
Most accurate quarterback in the NFL since he has started.
That's funny.
What else? You want to talk about the Madrid and Man City game yesterday?
That's for a small audience. I don't think many people are. I think people know Man City owns Real Madrid.
Not true.
There really isn't much conversation to be to have had. Um, but Hamza, I want to do this before we go. Let's predict right now who we think is going to make the playoffs in the NFL. Let's go AFC first. Let's give me your 1 to 7. Or yeah, is it 7 teams? Yeah. Let's go NFL playoff. I'm just gonna have it here. And Hamza, you'll go first, and then I'll go right after that. We'll predict who's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll do the NFC. So let me hear it first from you.
Okay, so do you want me to do the AFC first?
Yeah, let's go AFC right now. You go AFC first, and then I'll go NFC. We'll both go. Yeah, you start AFC, then we go
Okay.
NFC, and then we'll end
So
it.
clinching the first seed in the AFC, I have the Patriots. Clinching the second seed, I have the Broncos. Third seed, I have the Houston Texans.
As a
Clinch
third seed.
as a third seed. Right now, they're second in the South. They're 8-5. The first team in the South is the Jaguars, but I think, dude, the Houston defense is so good that they'll be able to clinch it. So I'm going to give them third, and then I'm going to give the Pittsburgh Steelers the fourth seed in that division. Then from there on, I have the Buffalo Bills as the fifth seed. I have the Jaguars as the sixth seed, and I'm gonna go with the Chargers as a seventh. And then
Okay.
there's one more, right?
Well, that's it. This is seven. That's it.
That's
You're good.
seventh seed, yeah. The Chargers, yeah. I don't think the Colts are gonna make the playoffs anymore. That's my take.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna go Patriots at the first seed, Broncos at the second seed. I'm gonna stay with the Chargers as the third seed. The fourth seed, I'm gonna give to the. Sorry, I said Chargers fourth seed, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm gonna go Patriots, Broncos, Chargers. Sorry, Patriots, Broncos, Jaguars, Steelers at the 4. Okay, I'm gonna go Buffalo at the 5, Texans at the 6, and I think Philip Rivers does the impossible, Hamza. I think a 44-year-old Philip Rivers comes in there. It's a hot take, extremely hot take. But look at the chat.
Yeah.
Someone's a little upset. I'm gonna go Philip Rivers and the Colts. They'll get in and they'll squeak into the 8 seed.
All right. So you want me to do the NFC now?
Yeah, you go NFC.
Okay. So the first seed in the NFC is I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I'm gonna go the third seed.
Yes, they do. Conzilla. They go up on YouTube after the live. Yes.
With the third seed, I'm gonna go with the Bucks, and at the fourth seed, I'm gonna go with Dallas
I
as a
love that.
10-6-1 fourth seed. They're gonna clinch. They're gonna clinch that spot. Then at the fifth, I'm gonna go Seattle. I'm gonna go the Bears. Yeah, Bears. 49ers. So that's 6, and I need one more team. And then I'm gonna give it to the Lions.
Interesting. Yeah, for me, I pretty much have the exact same thing.
Hold on
Rams.
one second. Hold on one second. One second. One second. You see what he said?
Yeah, I'm not gonna acknowledge that. Don't acknowledge that comment. Okay. Rams at the number 1 seed. Packers at the number 2 seed. Bucks at the number 3 seed. Seahawks number 3 seed. Excuse me.
No, how's
Your
that possible?
Wait, hold up.
No, because
Oh yeah,
the
Rams already
first.
number 1. Sorry. Yeah, Bucks at the number 3. Your Dallas Cowboys at the number 4. They're gonna have a crazy comeback. I'm gonna go Lions, Bears, and Niners. Sorry, Seahawks. Sorry, Seahawks, Niners, Lions. Sorry, Seahawks, Niners, Lions. Seattle is a very big threat to win the Super Bowl. I
But
actually think.
not the Bears.
No, I think the Bears are gonna fall off a little bit.
Wait, I think Seattle gonna win the Super Bowl. They could. They could. They honestly could.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. I think I named 8 teams in the NFC.
Bears gonna.
I think I might have.
With that. All right. Anyone else in chat have any other questions for us before we
Yeah, never mind. I don't think the Lions should win playoffs anymore.
close up this live stream?
Too cold for Caleb's nail polish. Okay. uh. Yeah. No, this is gonna be an interesting. This is gonna be an interesting year. Interesting playoffs.
I agree.
It's already been interesting. Yeah.
Who you
Who
got
I
for
got for
MVP?
MVP? As of right now, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford for MVP.
MVP. You giving it to a quarterback, Hamza? What about like Jackson Smith and Jigba?
He's offensive player of the year. What's the deal with the Bucks game? I think the Bucks win.
Bucks and Falcons. Yeah, Bucks are
I
gonna win.
is Mike Evans playing today?
Yeah, he said that Mike Evans is back today.
Okay, so yeah, I think the Bucks are gonna win. I think it's gonna be a close game though, but the Bucks are still gonna win.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Hamza. It's gonna be a big game tonight, Thursday night football. There's one more game I wanted to highlight for this weekend because I think this is a really big weekend for a lot of teams in the NFL. I'm just gonna give me 1 second here. I'm pulling it up. You can talk about something right now. 1 sec.
Evan is playing on limited time. Also, we just got some breaking news that CeeDee Lamb was listed as a full participant today, and he will be playing this Sunday. MVP equals McCaffrey.
1K rushing. Yeah. Hold up. I'm trying to go here live. There it
Yo,
is. Yep.
shout out Owen, bro. I haven't
Go
heard his
Bills.
name
Owen, what's up,
in
man? It's
years,
been a
bro.
while. Yeah, the big game for me, Hamza, I think is a very, sorry, yeah, right here. Yeah, I think you already mentioned it, Hamza, but Green Bay and Denver Broncos. I think Green Bay Packers have started to play at a much higher level the last couple of weeks. Jordan Love looking like an actual quarterback and completing his passes down the field. And then you have the you have the Denver Broncos who have been inconsistent with their wins, but they have a really good record and they can really, really push to win, become that number one seed in the AFC. So these are two teams that, like I mentioned earlier, can kind of go on a run here at the end of the season and into the playoffs, and maybe it's a rematch. It's a preview of the Super Bowl game because this year I actually generally do not know. This team is confirmed to be in the Super Bowl. Every week is different. So you talk about Seattle, you talk about the Rams, you talk about Green Bay, Denver in the AFC, the Chargers, the Buffalo Bills, who we haven't talked about today. Like these are all really good teams. The New England Patriots. It's basically whoever gets hot at the right time. And so
Yo,
that's a great game.
we miss you too, Owen. The MVP, no, it's Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett is he be the first player in a while to win a unanimous Defensive Player of the Year.
Now, does he have 20 sacks this year?
He already has 20 sacks.
Yeah, Miles Garrett, hands down defensive MVP. Most
Most
improved.
improved? No, it's not. They didn't get hurt.
Isn't that comeback?
Yeah, comeback player of the year. That's what it is. It's not most improved. Comeback player of the year is probably gonna go to Dak. I'm not even
Great.
saying it's Cowboys fan. I think comeback player of the year is probably gonna go to Dak. It was probably gonna go to Daniel Jones if he didn't get hurt. Actually, I don't even know.
What about
It,
Drake May? I love Drake May, Owen. I think he's a great quarterback. Fits in that system with Mike Vrabel. They
offensive, probably a Mecca, Tet, or Dart. I think as of right now, depending on how the Bucks or the Panthers finish their season, as of right now, I think Tedero McMillan's offensive rookie of the year. But I think if the Bucks heat up and they start to give the ball to Mecca Ibuka more, I think that's his award to win. I don't think the quarterback's going to win this year's offensive rookie of the year.
Who's
Coach
your
of the
coach of the
year,
year? That's a good question. Who are your coaches of the year?
Mike Vrabel.
Great pick. I will say this, thumbs up. I'm not trying to be a biased Cowboy fan. Everyone in chat, calm down. If the Dallas Cowboys can make the playoffs and win a round in the playoffs, how can you not give the coach of the year to Brian Schottenheimer? You trade away Micah Parsons, all the drama that comes with Dallas, 10-6-1. You come back, you do all your things. If he can come back and make the playoffs, changing the culture in Dallas, I honestly don't. And that's not being a biased fan. Any football fan in chat should acknowledge that. How does Brian Schottenheimer, if the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs, how is that not in the
Or
conversation?
Ben Johnson too.
Yeah,
I
great.
ain't gonna lie, but the Bears have been losing. The Bears have been losing. If the Bears
No,
lose again, I don't think Ben Johnson wins it.
that guy from the Panthers, dude, or yeah, these are all great options. I don't think you can be upset at all with the Coach of the Year award, just because the NFL has been.
No. Oh, that's a good take. Come back, going to Aiden Hutchinson. Comeback player
Yeah,
of the year. Yeah, either Aiden Hutchinson or Dak Prescott. Those are the two candidates for comeback player of the year. Mike Tomlin is going to be the head coach for the Red Blacks next year.
he might be head coach at Michigan.
Could be. Yo, what about what's his face? Brian Dable. Could
Yeah,
he
that
go to
could be an
college?
option too. Also, Mike McDonald as well. I forgot his first name, but the Seattle Seahawks head coach, ten and
Yeah.
three. Mike McDonald. I
Speaking of
think.
Seahawks,
Do you
their
guys?
OC Clint Kubiak, whatever. Dude, he's gonna be a head coach for another team next year.
Hamza, do you remember in the H&H podcast, I said in the summer, H&H podcast prediction, I said the Seattle Seahawks are a team to watch. People were clowning me in chat. People said that's not real because Sam Darnold. Um, and now look at him. Schottenheimer is going to be special coach of the year. Is going to be special. Is going to be special coach of the year. What does that mean?
Like he's saying, like specialize in like, you know, you don't know. It's okay. It's better. I
I don't
I
know.
understand it. I understand it, Q.
Schottenheimer is going to be special coach of the year. Mike Tomlin, new head coach of Michigan. Breaking news.
Uh,
Yeah, we're not gonna comment on the Michigan stuff. It's we'll comment on that stuff after the whole thing is done.
he said Brian Dable going to Penn State. What about that?
Brian Dable going to Penn State.
Yeah, it's okay.
Brian,
When you guys get another 9-8 year to finish off, then it's okay.
you want to talk about some hockey right now? No, ask some hockey questions in chat, guys.
We can talk
I'm
about
down.
that.
I'm down to
Yo, we
answer.
could talk about that crazy UFC card that happened last weekend. Peter Yan versus
Yeah, you
Rob
could thoughts on
Dvalishvili. That
who
was a crazy fight. Thoughts on who's going to take the Giants? Bro,
Mike. Ma-
I think Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. I think he's definitely a candidate for that. Think about the offense that the Giants have with Dart, Scattaboo, when he comes back, Malik Neighbors, and the way Wandell Robinson's playing. That honestly, for any offensive coordinator turning to a head coach, that'd be the perfect spot where you want to be because just how talented the offense is. And honestly, they're a couple of linemen away, maybe one more wide receiver, or I think the Giants could. I think the Giants might finish second or third in the division next year.
I think I
They
think I
do
think
well.
Mike McCarthy is a name to keep an eye on for the Tennessee job and the New York Giants job.
Where's the best defense in the NFL? The Broncos, probably.
I would say Texans.
Oh yeah, Texans. Yeah. Texans. 100% Texans.
I would say Houston Texans. The Sens suck right now, so yeah,
I like Kingsbury for the OC for the
they're not
Commanders.
playing too well right now, Owen. But hopefully the Sens can turn it around. They got a big game tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets, so hopefully the Sens can start to win some games here. I don't know, Hamza, if you've been keeping an eye on the NHL standings, but like if you win 2 games, you're
That's
at top of
yeah,
the
division
Atlantic.
open.
If you lose, you're out.
Giants gonna need a NCAA coach to get 2 freshmen. Yeah, but I don't see any coach from the like NCAA coming up. Like the head coach for Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman. I don't see him coming up to the NFL. Like I thought Lane Kiffin at first he was gonna go to the NFL, but LSU paid him a bag. So
Yeah, need
top three
Shabbat back.
defenses
Yeah, we
go
need Shabbat
Broncos.
back, big time.
Yeah, Broncos. Yeah, Seattle has a good defense too.
Kachuk being out is better than Shabbat being out. Yeah, because the whole thing with that now too is that Cleven's playing higher in the lineup, and when Kachuk was out, you saw a level of play that people were elevating themselves. And now with Kachuk back, it kind of looks like guys are taking a step back because they think Kachuk can just carry the load. And, Kachuk can win the game by himself, but I still think he's not 100% from his injury. But there's still lots of hockey left, so hopefully the Sens can turn it around sooner rather than later because playoff hockey in this city is probably the best hockey in playoff hockey in Canada, I can say, because Toronto fans don't cheer and Montreal fans are annoying. So Ottawa fans are where it's at for the playoffs. All right, Hamza. Before we end the live stream, Hamza, let's quickly hear about our Dallas Cowboys real quick. I know chat's going to be upset about it, but big game against the Minnesota Vikings. Hamza, what are your thoughts about that game and the thoughts of us potentially going on a run here?
I mean, I hope we see a much better performance from our defense. I think landing up 44 points to the Lions, I don't care what offense we go up against, is unacceptable, especially, with the acquisition of Quinn Williams and having Overshown back and whatever. I think, hopefully we get to see Trayvon Diggs back this week. That'd be huge. I think overall, the way our offense is playing, the way CeeDee Lamb has been playing recently, Javonte Williams, he's been doing great. I know Pickens had an off week, but people saying, "Oh, Pickens is showing attitude or he's, already crashing or whatever." If you watch the game, they were doubling Pickens the entire game. They had one corner on Pickens, and they always had a safety following over top. Nothing like I just like whatever. I don't even want to go there right now. But anyways, I think the Cowboys are gonna win this game against the Vikings. I hope that 9 doesn't have a legacy game, and Dallas just I want a statement win. I don't
Yeah.
want a close tight game against the Vikings. That's what I'm
Yeah, if you
hoping
ask
for.
me, the way the Dallas Cowboys can win this game is if they stop one player. And chat might be thinking Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. They might be thinking I'm talking about if McCarthy has a good game, if TJ Hawkinson has a good game. If the Dallas Cowboys stop this one player, I think the Dallas Cowboys will win this game by a lot. And that's Aaron Jones, running back for the Minnesota Vikings. Ever since I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan, it's been a very long time. Every single time Aaron Jones plays against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, it's a legacy game for Aaron Jones. He averages about 150 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, 8 yards a carry. Aaron Jones is a Dallas Cowboy killer. And so if the Dallas Cowboys can stop him, which I do think they will with Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark, this game is going to be over by the second or third quarter. Dallas Cowboys have to stop Aaron Jones. Our offense, I'm not even going to talk about our offense. Our offense is already a top 5 offense in the NFL. Everyone in chat knows that. But defensively, we have to stop Aaron Jones to win this game. And I think we will do just that. What do you all think of CD? I
It's
love
tough.
CD Lamb. Like, obviously, he's great. His concussion was a bit of a scary injury last week. Hamza mentioned in this chat that he was a full participant in practice today, so he will be back in the lineup on Sunday. But yeah, CD Lamb and George Pickens is a scary duo, and people are saying you won't be able to pay both. The Dallas Cowboys can easily pay George Pickens next year, and you know
What
that
you're
as well.
seeing right now with the Cowboys offense, it's kind of crazy how like the dynamic is shifting because people thought, okay, if you double team CD, we're gonna leave Pickens, right? And then when they did that, when they were shadowing CD a lot earlier in the year when he was healthy, Pickens was eating, or even when CD was hurt, or when he came back, that's when Pickens was starting to eat. Last couple games, they were shadowing Pickens a lot. They were trying to double Pickens, and then CeeDee Lamb was having a great game. That's like one thing about this Dallas offense that you can't do. You literally cannot double them. It's unfortunate that CD went down. I personally think if CeeDee Lamb did not go down,
We're running that game.
Dallas has a really good chance of winning that game. CeeDee Lamb was feasting. Like you even saw like bro, like Ryan Flanoy, he was having a great game because a lot of the tension was on George Pickens. So I think the offense is going to be good. George over CD. I think right now this season, George Pickens has been the top 3 wide receiver. I think you could say that. But I think overall, and I've said this before, and a lot of people might disagree with me with this. The top 3 receivers right now are Jackson Smith and Jigba, Puka Nakua, and George Pickens. I think overall, over the last couple of years, and still whatever, the 3 best wide receivers in football will always be Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and CeeDee Lamb. That's
I
just
agree.
that's just how I think about it.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for our live stream. We appreciate everyone joining and asking questions. We ask that you guys, this video will be up on YouTube shortly, so you guys can watch that. And we appreciate all your support. All of you guys follow us on Instagram, and we appreciate that. But we ask that you please get us to 100 subscribers on YouTube. We are super close. I think we're at 84 subscribers right now. Send it to your friends, send it to your mom, send it to your dad, send it to your
One more
brothers.
question.
Yeah,
I go ahead.
we will answer that question in just 1 second. But um, we ask that you guys please go out there and subscribe. My brother and I, we are grinding since the beginning of August. We haven't missed a week of content, whether that's a live stream or a video. Um, yeah,
They're top 7, top 10. I think
yeah.
I can
Wide
name.
receiver duo, you go top of your head: Pickens and CD, Puka and Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase and T Higgins. Then
Uh,
probably AJ Brown and Devontae
no,
Smith.
no, no, no. I wouldn't even give them the top 5. I'd go. Hold on, let me think.
We're talking about duos.
Yeah, duos. Yeah, no, hold on. I just need
Okay,
to see
maybe
a
Amon Ron,
visual.
Jameson Williams.
Yeah, I'm on Ron Jamo for sure. I also think that. Yeah, maybe you can give him that. Maybe I know. I still think Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are better than Smitty and
Yeah, maybe top 10 for
AJ
sure.
Brown.
All right, Hamza, you want to close it out for us?
Yeah, again, we appreciate all the support, and the video will be up shortly on YouTube. Then hopefully we'll be getting a full on podcast next week, And again, we appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.